And then back to Iguodala to the rim. Oh, great block. James out of nowhere, skies to the rim. Oh, Boyd took the advantage and played on from inside the center square. Boyd kicked the goal. Boyd kicked the goal from inside the center. Here's Aloisi for a place in the World Cup. He's hands right back up. Big head kick. Down goes Thompson. It's over.
Live it, breathe it, love it. All sports, double coverage.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Double Coverage. Hope you're still living, loving, and breathing sport. I am Dom with the great man Sauce. Merry Christmas, great man.
Merry Christmas to you, Doma, and obviously those who celebrate. And we'll start it off with we wish everyone a happy new year because this was the final episode of 2024. Another year concludes on the Double Coverage pod where we reach our milestone that we've always set for this goal, the show, and even though it was through bots from Russia, but regardless, we got there. And no, we didn't pay for the bots, ladies and gentlemen. We didn't pay for it, even though it's a mere cost. Google it. I think it's like $30. You can get them. I was like, no, we wouldn't stoop that low.
No way.
But nonetheless, we got there.
We
good to see.
Goal.
Good to see some of the usuals in the chat. Global, g'day mates. Obviously, Merry Christmas. And Manuel, good to see you in here.
Hello,
we thought
Manny.
maybe you might get into this one because it's festive season over there, so people would have a bit of time off. And we're launching this show on a Saturday morning, which is perfect time for the people over in the US that subscribe. And we don't get to get these done very often, Doma. I mean, maybe it's something we can try do something more in the new year and organize a few more, Saturday morning or Sunday morning podcasts when we've got a bit of time. But yeah, it's
Manny says,
final show.
am I hiding under a bed from the baby? I actually am under a bed, correct? That is
he's on the
correct.
bunk bed.
It's a bunk bed. Undisclosed location. I'm away from the
Thomas on
usual area,
holidays.
but we'll talk about it a bit later. You'll be happy. I brought something with me up to the undisclosed location, and a video will be coming, ladies and gentlemen. I brought it with me, so it's gone everywhere, this bloody thing, and we're finally going to rip it, I think, after two years of having it. So Dom is probably in the USA. What a cuck. Oh, I'm so sorry. If nobody knows, Manny,
This is funny.
Saucy is Manny's favorite double coverage person because he hates me now. Because, as you know, I met Cage in New York. That's not the issue. It's because I went to the States and I didn't mention it to Manny. And he got pissed off because he's like, I would have caught a flight and come and met you. And he's just not happy with me. So he hates me. And the only way past this is if Sauce goes to the States and doesn't tell Manny he goes to the States, so he can be hated as much as me. But Saucy would deliberately be like, hey, Manny, I'm coming. And
nah, what do you mean? I've already told Manny if I ever go and I go to Michigan, I want him to tee up the walkthrough. I want to go see.
If I went to Michigan, I would have told him.
No, I'd even tell him if I went elsewhere. But I'd actually like to go to Michigan. They've got a lot of sporting teams and stuff close by where you could
Michigan Wolverines college.
100% would go watch the Wolverines. In the football, Wolverines, but in the basketball, Spartans. Manny knows that.
Yeah, fair enough. Hello, Magda. Merry Christmas. Yes,
G'day, mate.
Vinny, Merry Christmas. Thanks for a great year of pods. Manny says he hates me. Well, I love you, so it's okay. I hope you all had a good Christmas. You all got to eat your Christmas ham and your turkey, and you ripped some cards. Hopefully, you got some loaded boxes.
I was supposed to have a Christmas rip, but I forgot to go pick up my box that I bought off Tyson Beck. sitting in my PO box. I better go get it because I may as well do a video with it. It's only a two card box, Doma. Cost me $475,
You might as well do
but
a video.
the chances to get pretty good cards in there.
Nice.
So should be interesting.
Maddie says he hopes I got kicked by the kangaroos in my
Well,
backyard. That's okay.
Doma tames the kangaroos. He's a kangaroo tamer. Now.
Bob Boozle. I was too lazy to cook Christmas meal. Had to eat Chinese. Messiah letting the round table. No, it wasn't the Messiah. It wasn't the Messiah. I gotta be careful what I say because he might make a video about us.
We might end up on one of his blasts, and I'll tell you what, he's absolutely launching. He's the man.
He's the man at the moment.
He is the man, mate. He's up to 8K subscribers. Obviously, big congrats. He's going to hit the 10K very, very soon, mate. Before we know
I
it,
might buy him some Russian bots.
10K.
Get him there.
10K. Well, Russian bot him to 10K. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I reckon. Regular programming for today. It'd probably be a nice, quick one. There isn't much happening apart from the sports that we cover. But I think for the NBA, I don't know if you sat down, you watched the Christmas, so the Boxing Day here, but the Christmas Day games for the basketball. I don't know if you caught any. I caught just the Lakers-Warriors game. The ending was fantastic to that game, but I caught it from like start of the second all the way through the third, and it's another pet peeve for me. All I was watching was guys just strolling up the court, just jacking up threes. It was like no fouls. It was genuinely watching an all-star game, and then they tried at the end of the third, going into the fourth. It was ridiculous.
The gameplay is it's hard to watch at times. So there are some good games here and there, but yeah, it's getting easier and easier to obviously score. They're trying to. I feel like also in those Christmas Day games they made an emphasis on maybe the NBA told the refs to make sure the game stayed close. Did you see there wasn't really? I think there was one blowout for the day. Most games were close, and yeah, you had times where you just the whistle got blown on a few occasions where it was just a timely whistle where a team was going on the run and then the other team got a call, and I felt like the refs were manipulating the game a little bit to keep it closer than it should have been.
Not surprise me.
Obviously with a lot of eyes on those Christmas Day games.
I watched LeBron James go up the court like they were shooting threes, and I've watched this guy drive to the hoop and get slapped in the back of the head on 3 consecutive drives and got no foul, and then go down the other end, and someone from the Warriors just got snipped, and they called a foul. There's a disgrace. It's actually a disgrace.
Yeah, I'm not saying. Obviously, that's one example, but
just because I watched the Lakers game. That's
I noticed that with a few games that I caught that day. I obviously didn't catch the Knicks game that was on at a ridiculous hour here. I think 4 a.m.
4 a.m.
Warriors, Knicks, Spurs.
Luka the Don injured.
Yeah, no good for the Mavs, that's for sure. So we'll see. We'll sort of see what happens there, how long that injury is.
Kyrie had 39 in that game.
Yeah, we had to hold the load. That's the problem. I think that's the problem.
Maybe 42 against the
with the Mavs. Either of those two are injured going into what final series is or playoff series. They're done, right? So both of those guys need to be healthy for them to have any chance. But yeah, look, Doma, we know the NBA season, it's long and there's times where it drags on a bit, but yeah, the talk has obviously been the ratings, and we talked about that last week and what they can do to fix this issue. They're going to have to do something. They're losing viewership, they're losing subscriptions, and more people are turning.
Hopefully, to fix it, we get a lockout, and the league has the lockout, holds all the players ransom.
That'd be interesting.
That'd be nice. It won't ever happen.
Won't ever happen. They'll lose too
Manny
much money.
said AFL is better than NBA by a long mile. It's not even close. Not even close. If AFL was a global sport, it'd be second to the NFL in America. If it was actually popular in the States. Like, it was just pretend it's on a global scale, like soccer, everything established, it would be number 2 to the NFL. Or if it was just an American sport itself, it would be number 2. Would not even be, forget about NBA, it'd be nothing. You go watch little babies sook about getting snipped and flopping, and then you go watch the AFL, people absolutely annihilating each other. I know which one I want to watch.
Well, it's obviously why football NFL's taken over there. I mean, it's absolutely dominating
College
in terms
over
of
NBA,
viewership and ratings and. Yeah, look, I tell you what, Manny. I don't know if you're talking about college basketball. I'm guessing you're referencing college basketball, but
that's what
I caught a game the other day. I think I was watching Duke versus something college basketball, and I tell you what, the college basketball's turning into just jacking up threes as well. I mean, and then they weren't even shooting the ball well, but they still just kept shooting the three. I think they, only hit like 5 threes in the half, but they might have jacked up like 20. 20 or something threes. And I'm like, why would you do that? Why wouldn't you just try get closer to the ring, get the switches that you need, big guy versus little guy. That's what basketballs are about, Dan Howe Cards on IG. Hey, mate, how are you? Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you. Good to see you tuning in. Obviously a guest on this show previously, so make sure if you want to listen to the podcast, go search it in our channel, Dan Howe Cards.
Would look a bit younger when we did it too.
Yeah, we did.
Might even have big beard. It was during COVID. Or just after COVID.
Yeah. His collection's evolved since then, so make sure you check out his page too. But yeah, college basketball, it was much the same, So I feel like I wonder if it's the coaching coming up, and it's an issue with the coaching style that this is what
Manny says there's more parity and actual defense. Yeah, that part I agree with. I have to agree with that.
Yes, that part. Yes, but they were still jacking up a lot of threes.
Mate, it's the Mickey Mouse Club, the NBA at the moment. The actual Mickey Mouse Club. But
look, it's always going to be, and we always say this after All-Star break. That's when the real season starts.
That's right.
And you do see a better level of basketball, and then
I think we're just waiting to Feb 6 at the moment. Just waiting to the deadline.
Deadline. That's what
Jimmy Buckets is probably out of here.
So he's done with Miami.
I don't know what's going on.
Is he doing the old Kawhi? He's a bit sore, this and that, until he gets traded.
Nah, he'll play. He'll play.
I don't know where he's going.
But see what I think he wants to go. Where did he say he wants to go? Golden State was one of them. Phoenix was his number 1 pick. So it's going to be Booker, KD, Beal, and Jimmy Buckets.
That's not going to work. That's not going to work. I'm telling you.
And then Houston Rockets was the other team. That could work.
Rockets, maybe. That could work. Send him to Canada, Bob Boozle says.
Well, it's
straight to Toronto. You'll get paid well.
It is Pat Riley, and he just will send you wherever is best fit for the Miami Heat. He does not give a shit.
Yeah, he doesn't. He does not.
He's not like it's dealing with Wade. You know what I mean? He's dealing with Jimmy Butler, who's giving him a bit of grief over time. Standings, Cleveland's still on top. Miami's in 6th at the moment. Anyway, the most important standing in the East is the Philadelphia 76ers have won 2 in a row. And that's because Embiid's been playing. He played with Paul George. They've won 2 in a row, and now they're 2 games out of the play-in. That's how much of a disgrace the NBA is. Because if there was no play-in, there'd be 4 games out. But they're 2 games out of the play-in.
They'll get that back in. They'll get that.
They're going to be in the. They'll make the play-in.
They'll make the play-in at least.
I want to see them miss. And then regular season in the West, Oklahoma's still on top. Lakers in 6th. Golden State. Remember when I said to you early in the season when Golden State was winning all those games? Oh, they could win the title. They're 10th. This brings me back to my point of you've played 7 or 8 games in a season. Just calm your farm. Like, there's 80 games, and we're saying, oh, they could win another chip, and if Curry wins again, he could be the GOAT or the second best behind Michael. Remember when I was telling you all that stuff on the pod? There was like 8 or 9 games into the season. They're 10th seed.
I don't know how much I like that Dennis Schroeder trade. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if it
We'll
works.
see.
Time will
See how
tell.
it plays out. Time will tell. Time definitely will tell. Shy to the moon. This is Bob Boozle.
Yeah, shied away in the NBA Cup final. He was absolutely horrendous.
Oh, that's good
But
by you. That's good by
yeah,
you. I like that.
he did back it up the other day. I think he had 40 something, 46 after he had a scoreless first quarter or something like that against the team a couple of days ago. He's a very good player. I mean, I can't underestimate. And I talked about him for a very, very, very long time. I think from nearly day one on this show, Dolo, about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and what an absolute
I think you
killer
gave
he
him as a
was. And
saucy smoky.
I gave him as a saucy smoky. Bought his one of my best sales. I bought his PS. Was it a PSA 9? Rookie ticket auto, blue color match. I think I bought it for $700. Sold it for about 2,000, 2,200. Made a lot of money on his cards. I'm not going to defute that. And I think I don't own any. I sold them all and bought a Kobe auto. Obviously, Kobe, my favorite player of all time, so made sense to me. And he's brilliant to watch. And it's because of this time. I mean, he's upped his 3-point attempts this season. Not that I like it much, but I think he needs to take those few extra threes because he's so good in the mid-range that if he does have that game where he knocks down his first one, maybe he knocks down his second one, he's unguardable. If you're not going to step out of it and he's hitting him in the game, he's just that good that he'll just step around you. And if the big guy comes out, he'll stop and shoot a little jump shot over you. And if the big guy comes too much, he'll just get around you and get to the ring. He can finish on both sides. His finishing is, around the rim is second to none. I think, probably I'd put him up there very, close to Kyrie in terms of finishing around the ring and his ability to finish around the ring. Not as good as Kyrie. I think Kyrie is probably the best in terms of a small player and finishing around the ring. But he's very, very good. Shai is, I can't speak about him enough. And look, I hope OKC Chet comes back. Harkenstein's been filling in the gap there and doing a very good job. So hopefully Chet can come back and they can go on a run. That team has the ability, Domo, because they play very, very good defense. And when, they're playing their defense, they're one of those teams that they start getting the defensive stops and it leads to quick offense. They run out. It's an exciting brand of basketball to watch. But yeah, look, I hope they can do well. I want to see OKC obviously win because, I like Shai. So, let's see if they can keep it up. They were very good last season and obviously fell away in the playoffs. Let's see if it can be any different this season.
That's it. Manny says finishing is elite, just like us boys. Team Dad, you're an idiot. You're a genuine peanut, Manuel, like a genuine peanut. All right, let's get to the EPL because a few games have passed since our last podcast, and we'll start on the 21st of December. Villa defeated City 2-1, so City continue their losses. Nottingham over Brentford 2-0. West Ham and Brighton draw 1-1. Newcastle defeat Ipswich 4-0. Arsenal over Palace 5-1. Fulham and Southampton 0-0. Bournemouth beat Man United 3-0 at Old Trafford. Everton and Chelsea draw 0-0. Wolves defeat Leicester 3-0. Liverpool beat Tottenham 6-3 in a 9-goal fest. And then the Boxing Day games, we had Man City and Everton draw 1-1. Man
One.
City's lost the plot.
And Haaland missed a penalty in that game in the second half to
Did he? I didn't know that.
put them up 2-1.
Oh,
Yep.
They've lost the plot. They've lost the plot. And then the games yesterday, we had Nottingham beat Tottenham 1-0. West Ham defeated Southampton 1-0. Bournemouth and Palace draw 0-0. Newcastle defeated Villa 3-0. Chelsea lose to Fulham 2-1. United lose to Wolves 2-0. Fernandes gets a red card in this game. We've lost our marbles. Liverpool beat Leicester 3-1. And then today's games, Brighton and Brentford 0-0 draw, and Arsenal defeated Ipswich 1-0. So that's set.
Tough fought 1-0, Doma. Tough fought 1-0.
So Liverpool 6 points ahead of Arsenal with a game in hand, so they can go 9 points clear if they win that. Chelsea into third now on 35 points after the draw and the loss. Nottingham sit firm in fourth, game and a half ahead of Newcastle in fifth. Bournemouth in sixth. City all the way into seventh. And then you got to go scrolling all the way through the standings
14th,
to find Tottenham in 12th and United in 14th.
Jeez. I tell you what, Nottingham Forest, you gotta pat them on the back. They've been phenomenal up until this point in the season. What a story it would be if Nottingham Forest somehow makes Champions League next season.
Manny, we're not going to
Man City, imagine Man City misses out on Champions League.
Well, they're missing it the moment.
With that team. I mean, I don't think they will, but there's a lot to play out. And if some of it falls the way it falls, it will be absolutely hilarious to see the supporters, the club reaction. It will be hilarious. And people on social media.
We're not getting relegated. Just calm your farm, mate. Calm down. What's his name? What's his name? Who's our owner? I've gone blank. He said that Ratcliffe. He said we're going to have literally, he said, get ready for 5 years of pain. He said that to United fans. And initially we hadn't seen it, but now I'm starting to see it. All these shit deals on guys that were getting signed and all these guys with bad attitude in the club room, which you're now seeing because Amarin, that's the one thing I give him credit for, already. He's already come out and he said he's worried his job's in danger. He said that this morning. I don't know if you've seen that. He goes, if I don't get results, I could lose my job. Shut the hell up. You need to get through the season, not get relegated, and then get rid of all these duds. Get rid of them all. Seriously, Rashford gone. Just get rid of him. Don't need him. Send Rashford to PSG.
Big clear out. You need to do a big clear out.
So, I don't know. Ronaldo this morning said, you got to weather the storm to see the sunrise on the horizon. Very philosophical by the GOAT. So, anyway, very interesting. Matches up. We'll talk about the GOAT in 1 second as well, because he said some very interesting things this morning. Games coming up on the 30th. We have Leicester versus Man City. Now, listen, if Man City lose to Leicester, who are in the relegation zone, then we've got some big problems in City. So, Leicester versus Man City, Everton versus Nottingham, Fulham versus Bournemouth, Tottenham, Wolverhampton, Palace, Southampton, West Ham, Liverpool. And then New Year's Eve morning, Ipswich, Chelsea, Aston Villa, Brighton, Man United, Newcastle, 7 a.m. And then 2nd of Jan, Brentford, Arsenal. And then we probably have our next podcast somewhere in that time. So, interesting fixtures coming up. Now, Mason Mount, great trade with Sancho. I don't really care, Manny. I couldn't give a shit, to be honest. I actually don't care. I'm happy Sancho went to show United at a management level that you got rid of a player that has a lot of potential. It could have been anything. I'm actually happy that happened. And it just proves all of Ten Hag signings, like his guys. Like, he got Mason Mount in, dud. He got Anthony
Malakia,
been a spud. Malakia's been a spud. Got Mason Mount in, he's been injured. Like his best signings have been Lissandro Martinez. Actually, this last lot, Martinez, Yoro, Delict, and Mazraoui have been the four best guys. He got Hoyland in, I think. He's not that good. He got Xerxes in. He struggled. He got Ugarte in. He's good. So he's probably like, he's got a better record than Jeff Wilson at the moment. He's had more hits than misses with his picks. So Jeff Wilson had like 1 out of 40, and he's had about 5 good and 8 bad. So he's doing pretty good, Ten Hag. I'll give him credit. But, got Ronaldo, though. That's exactly right. He did. I don't know if Ten Hag got Ronaldo. Solskjaer got Ronaldo, thank you. This is the problem. We've had that many managers, people forget who was in and who hasn't. Solskjaer got Ronaldo, and then Ten Hag got rid of him and got in the big oaf from Burnley. What was his name? The Dutch guy that scored 1 goal.
Weghorst.
All right. So, Manny, don't even go. Anyway, back onto the GOAT. He said a few interesting things this morning. He said Saudi League was top 5, as we keep saying on this show. The French league is not a top 5 league in the world because he said there's only one team there. It's PSG, and he actually said every other team there is finished. He's probably not wrong, but whatever. But the most interesting thing he said, he got up. This was at a gala. I forget. I don't know. It's like the Saudi gala, mate. He won best player in the Middle East. He accepted his award for all the goals he scored in the Saudi League, and they're interviewing him. And his Saudi League still exists. It sure does. Go watch the documentary on docu-series on Netflix, mate. And then they're asking him questions about awards, and he decides to bring up the Ballon d'Or. Funnily enough, all the guys that boycotted the Ballon d'Or, Vinicius, all these guys, they're at this gala event where Cristiano Ronaldo is, and he starts talking about Bellingham and all these guys, and he said, you're the future of the league, and you will one day win a golden ball because you will deserve it. But he said, I don't know what's happening there at the moment because he goes, Rodrigo was a deserving winner, but he goes, he didn't deserve to win it this year. He said Vinicius was the best player. He should have won it. All this stuff. It was actually amazing. He just literally everything that we thought when Rodri won it, thinking that Vinicius should have won it, he just publicly said it and just went, no. And then he said this type of gala is the best event where you give awards evenly and fairly. So he pretty much just bagged the Ballon d'Or, did not give a shit, and he went on his merry way. And who's going to stop him? He doesn't really care. Messi's doing well, man. He won the MLS, didn't he?
Got knocked out.
Oh, did he? Oh.
Did you see the captain of the LA Galaxy? I think that won the MLS. When they won, obviously, when you win it, you're supposed to go to the Leagues Cup or whatever it is. World Leagues Cup. No, yeah. And obviously they're not going because they've already given the spot to Inter Miami, even though they didn't win the MLS title.
Yeah, Johnny Infantino. Johnny Infantino came and gave him the spot in the Club World Cup. Yeah. He announced it in like the last game of the season before the playoffs. So it was a gimme. He didn't deserve it.
Didn't even earn it.
What
are we doing? We're rewarding mediocrity. He's mediocre because he didn't win it.
In all honesty, I know like everyone that loves Messi, I feel sorry for people that do like him and try and push forward the whole GOAT thing. And I know you've got all your legs to stand on and stuff. And like there's people like me and you like bagging me about Ronaldo. But seriously, you go speak to anybody now that watches world football, they've actually changed their tone a bit. And they're literally looking at it going, well, mate, this guy's actually won nothing. He's been gifted everything. That's the problem now. So the whole Messi thing is, he's just been gifted everything. And they're saying like World Cup. They're even doing the World Cup, the Ballon d'Or. So I don't have to do anything anymore. I just need to sit back and watch Ronaldo get 1,000 goals, and then he's the GOAT. So it doesn't bother me. He already is the GOAT. But that's the funny thing. People now waking up going, oh, wait a minute. Didn't LA Galaxy win the title? Oh, wait a minute. How did he get in the best players? Didn't he go to Cancun for half the MLS season? How's he in like the the top 50 best player award? How did he even qualify? Like, it's just dumb. It's just dumb.
He's FIFA's golden child, really, when you think about it.
He's a
The
lemon.
amount of things he's been gifted. Anyway, Doma, let's roll on.
I'm moving on. I'm moving on to the NFL is what I'm doing.
When was the next Champions League fixtures? I think it's mid-Jan.
Jan. I think it's 7th of Jan. I thought it was 7th of December or 11th of December. It's Jan. So
yeah, okay.
Coming up
so
soon.
look out for those, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, Champions League will be back.
All right, let's have a look at some of these NFL fixtures. We have Bengals over Browns, Rams over Jets, Falcons over Giants, Colts over Titans, Commanders over Eagles, Panthers over Cardinals, Lions defeated the Bears, Vikings beat the Seahawks, Bills over Patriots, Raiders over Jags, Dolphins beat the 49ers, Cowboys beat the Buccaneers. Then we had Packers defeat New Orleans. Then we
Cowboys won a game? What?
Yeah, they did. And then we had NFL on Netflix source on Boxing Day. We had the Kansas City Chiefs defeat the Steelers 29-10 and Baltimore defeating the Texans 31-2. You couldn't have picked two of the worst games ever to put on Netflix. And then we had a game yesterday, a ring-a-ding-ding, this one. Chicago lost to Seahawks 6-3. That's a ring-a-ding-ding, that one.
Sorry, what was the score?
6-3. I'll say that again. 6-3. First quarter.
That's about as boring as going to a 0-0 football game.
Source.
Although a 0-0 football game could be exciting. It was 6-3.
Can you live in the States, Manny? Can you explain to me this whole Beyonce country singer crap? Because it's a joke. It makes me sick. If she didn't get booed by the fans, I'd be disappointed. Anyway, this is the breakdown of the Bears Seahawks game. First quarter, Bears 0, Seahawks field goal. Second quarter, both teams score a field goal. Third and fourth quarter, nothing happened.
That's cooked.
How bored must you have been?
Imagine you went to the States, like you traveled there, you watched the game, and that was the game you happened to watch. Like, would you not be? I would want to fucking refund.
If I went to that game, I would have lost the plot. I went to a shit game anyway because I went to Cowboys Giants, and they're both duds. But because they were both duds, it was interesting. Sorry, Manny. Bob Boozle, I reckon Dahmer is jealous. Quote Beyonce. This is Dahmer's quote back to Beyonce. I reckon you used a lot of oil at Diddy's party.
From all ends.
Right back at you, baby. Upcoming games in the NFL. We have Patriots, Chargers, Bengals, Broncos, Rams, Cardinals. That's on the 29th of December. Then on the 30th, we have Giants, Colts, Bills, Jets, Eagles, Cowboys, Jags, Titans, Saints, Raiders, Bucks, Panthers, Browns, Dolphins, Vikings, Packers, Commanders, Falcons. And then on New Year's Eve, we have 49ers versus Detroit. And then we come up to January 6th, which is the last week of football source, and then we got playoffs. So 2 more weeks left and playoff time.
Yeah, we'll do a bit of a playoff preview when we get to that point, Doma. That's for sure. It's obviously looking like Kansas. They're just
be Bills and
people
Kansas
doubt them at the start of the year, and then by the time the playoffs come around, they look like they're firming up. Look, I'll say this first and foremost: I want the Baltimore Ravens to win the title. Lamar Jackson is one of my favorite players to watch. He's so exciting. They got Derrick Henry there. What an absolute unit he is, and what a season he's had. So I want to see the Ravens win it. So I'll put that out there because obviously Lamar.
Well, they're
Jackson
all in the same conference.
Yeah, I know. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough.
So it
Hello
looks
to
like
Julio on IG. It's way too early to hear us talking shit, Doma, he reckons. Never too early to hear our beautiful
January
voices.
6th is Dom's favorite day. Well, isn't something happening in your country on January 6th? Manny? Mate, I did my part. That's why my trip was to the States earlier in the year, mate. I was the plant for the for the Republican government. Don't worry. What do we got? That's it. There's no F1. F1 done. We're on to UFC, mate.
Yeah, well, look, UFC, as far as I know, I don't think there's a card this
No,
week.
there isn't, I don't think.
There's no card, but what I will say is obviously I'm not sure if anyone caught it over the last weekend that passed. Obviously, you had Tyson Fury versus Usyk #2. Usyk won. It's 2-0. It's probably, what fights next for Usyk. I don't really know. We don't really follow boxing a heavy load on this show.
I do a bit. I think it's Daniel Dubois, and I think he just knocks him out again. I said this before the first Fury fight, where I said that Usyk was going to win it, and I said when he wins it, this guy's going to go down as one of the greatest heavyweight boxers ever. He's not of all time, because if you had to go primes, like proper primes, Mike Tyson's the greatest heavyweight boxer of all time in his prime. Like, take out Muhammad Ali and all that stuff in terms of longevity and in terms of prime. He was just killing people, mate, in the first round. It was just a joke. But this guy will go down maybe top 5 ever, in my opinion. Beat Fury twice. He's beat Joshua. He's beat Dubois. He's beat there's another couple guys in there. Oh my god. We can't go fight what's his name, the Bronze Bomber, because mate, he's finished. Got too many knocks. But yeah, he'll fight Dubois again, who's the up and coming guy. If Dubois can beat him, then it starts cementing his legacy a bit. The guy that, if you don't know who Daniel Dubois is, the guy that just beat Anthony Joshua. But I think he'll knock him out. He's very good, Usyk. Very good.
Yeah, he's a good boxer. So the next UFC card's Jan 12th, Doma. So we'll probably preview that in the next show.
Manny said, "Didn't you storm the Capitol that day?" No, I didn't. I didn't work for the FBI, so no, I did not storm the Capitol that day.
No.
Oh. Bang!
Bang! Poo, 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 poo. We're going straight to Rumble, mate. Straight there, fast tracking.
Could not give a shit. It's hard speaking the truth, Source. You get in trouble a lot. All right, let's get to hobby talk. There isn't much happening. Well, there is happening, but we don't want to come on here every week. Like we say, when there's CT scanner stuff, go watch Dan the Car Man. He'll give you all those stories. All right. There's not much happening.
Yeah, not a hell of a lot.
Let's just wait for the new year. We can revisit it then. In hobby talk, just in general, because this is a sports and hobby podcast, it's more a big thank you to everyone just for another year of support. You've looked after us, and hopefully we've looked after you and given you some great moments, a few laughs along the way. Source, did you open your personal legacy box?
No, it's literally sitting in the box. It's sitting there. Don't worry, mate. You'll know when I open it because I'm gonna film it and put it on the YouTube channel. Or I might just actually, I don't even, to be honest, these days, I'd rather just go live and rip it because
live on YouTube,
filming it, then you have to edit it. And it's a double handling of what the opening, like I can't be bothered. I'd rather just go live. You'll probably see me. I'll tee it up with Dom. I'll say, Dom, I'm going to rip the box. If he's free, he'll jump in the live. And then, we'll just see what I get. But I definitely will be ripping it, and I will most definitely be going live. So, obviously have your bell notification on. If you don't have your bell notification on, and I mean, you can jump in our Discord, but it's not really active. But it does give you a notification if you're in the Discord, and pops off. You can find the link in the description. It's not really an active Discord. It was active for a while there, but just too many things to manage when you got the broadcast channel, IG. It just gets out of hand. Would love to, if we ever did get to the point where we had 1,000 subscribers that where 95% of them weren't bots, and we actually had 1,000 people in the Discord, then we'd probably make it a bit more active. But nonetheless,
Source would have
have it
ripped
in
that
there.
box yesterday if it was Playboy cards. You're on the money.
Yes.
Speaking about ripping a box giveaway, thank you to all the 10 people that correctly entered the giveaway, and you've all got a spot. That's it.
You've all got a spot. 10.
So I've screenshot it. The giveaway's done. I'm going to pull down the post. It's done. I've screenshotted all the comments. People that commented, they follow us. They're in our broadcast channel. Cross Up Collector, you're one of them. Magda, you're another one. Vinny's another one. Emilio, Julio, who are probably watching on IG, you're in it. Global's in it. Adam's in it. Matty Cams is in it. So what I'm going to do is I've screenshot as I said, all the people that are in it correctly. I'm then just going to put you all in a randomizer. I'll get you 1 to 10. I'll do it when I rip the case. And then once I rip the case, you'll be able to select based on your spot the cards that Source and I on the day determine are the hits of the box. So there will definitely be 10 hits. We'll work it out.
Anyone who's in the live, and if it's your spot, you're more than welcome.
Yes,
if you're in there, you can pick right there and then. If you're not, we'll just sort it out. We'll obviously take a photo, and then as people pick off, we'll cross off that card on the photo, and then send it to the next person until they pick, and then so on, so on, so on. But yeah, we just think that's the best way to do it, and we capped it at 10 cards just because we didn't know how many people were going to enter, and we're just like, well, we don't want to have 10 different shippings. And, we're lucky that some of the people we might actually be able to just see them and give it to them, which would be handy as well at some point.
To be honest.
Yeah, at some point. So, yeah,
Don't
it's
worry.
awesome. We always if we get free shit, we give shit away, and we've also bought many stuff and given it away as well on this show.
So that's the good news. The case is up here, Source.
Yes, it's here.
Top loaders are up here.
Yep.
Sleeves are up here.
Yep. Beautiful.
Brake mats up here. Stand for the phone is up here.
Yeah.
Everything is up here. I've even got one touches up here. They're used, but it doesn't matter. I brought one touches up here.
Just in case.
We're good to go. When we hit the 1-1 and I fumble it off the camera. Oh, Nick Claxton.
Platinum break style. We just fumble it off. So, no, obviously we're taking the piss, ladies and gentlemen, and that is sarcasm to the max.
Mate, we'd just if someone hit a 1-on-1, man, we'd be so happy, over the moon. I couldn't give a shit about the monetary value. If it changes someone else's life, we'd be over the moon. Like we said, we won the case. So we're in it for nothing. If someone gets a big card out of it and they're in it for $5,000, we'll say, then fuck. We're not going to complain. We'll be so happy.
And if you sell the card, hey, you know what? You can tip us $100 so we can go buy a Palmer at the local pub. Me and Doma.
Or give us enough money to buy a case. No. Get Kurt's card care ready. I don't have any here.
I got it.
Sorry, guys. Just ate a fudge donut right before the break. Chocolate everywhere. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Once again, like I said at the start of the segment, just thank you again for your support. We love all you guys. You guys are amazing. We've got a lot of big shows coming up, Source in 25.
Yes,
as well.
and we'll be doing our new thing at shows, mate. The microphone, go live there and then, and obviously I've invested in a better microphone for the next one, Doma. So
we might have to go live on the break. Can we do that? Probably could.
The break, the case.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely. We can. Why would we do it any other way? And we won't. Obviously, we'll just be showing the hits in the pack. We won't be showing all the base crap. So we'll go straight to the hit in every pack, just to fast forward the opening of. It's going to be a lot of packs, Doma. You better make sure also, Doma, you want to have a bag ready, a garbage bag. So as you're opening, you're dumping them straight in the bag, everything in there. And you got that bag there just in case you get a good card. You just fumble it quickly into the bag, and no one.
I like it. Manny said third host. You want to be in the run for interview? You're welcome to join. For those that don't know, behind the scenes, we've said to Manny for an American point of view. And it's open. We've had a lot of people before on this show, Manny. We have Vincent from Belgium ran a show. We're open to it. You know, we're one big happy family here. We look after each other. So, any final words from you, great man?
No, I just want to say, obviously, thank you to all the people that have joined in the live over the last year, and all the new people that have come on board, and the people that have been here since day one. There's a few of those, Doma. So we obviously appreciate all your support. We look forward to more events next year, and obviously, you know, hopefully we can organize post events, and we don't know what's in store, but you know, we'll try to come up with. I think for us personally, as the podcast, I think we need to try get on more guests next year. We definitely lacked on that this year. You know, we could get on a whole bunch of people, and I think you know, maybe trying to do a few more of these weekend podcasts, and maybe even getting to the point where occasionally we might end up with potentially putting out a second show in the week if we do one in the middle of the week, and we do a little quick one on the weekend or something that's 45 minutes, just talking a bit of rubbish or whatever it is. Maybe I've got a box and we open it and we go through some other things, just put some more card content on here. I do have so much stuff, boxes just sitting around, so I really need to open some of them. You know, and some of them aren't any value, you know, they're just Marvel boxes and things of other kind. So it would be good to do a bit more of that.
Not a bad shout,
but
we should go to the Aussie Open and go live source at the Aussie Open.
100%. That'd be good. We'll ask punters. Maybe we could get some tennis cards. That's a good idea, Doma. Maybe I'll find the tennis cards, the new tennis Topps Chrome or Topps Tennis or whatever it is.
Magda,
and we can
all over it.
Do a bit of
some Nick Kyrgios cards.
I like it, Magda. I like it. I'll think about
it. I'll do some roaming Magda at the Oz Open. Source has inspired me. You should, Magda.
Yes. Start your own YouTube.
You know what would be the greatest YouTube channel ever? Magda and the Messiah. That would be the greatest show ever. Two polar opposite human beings. It would be hilarious. It'd be hilarious.
But yeah, obviously, Happy New Year to everyone. All the best. Obviously, stay safe. You know, and yeah, we'll see you in the new year, and double coverage will be back and better than ever with 1,000 subscribers.
Russia.
We love bots.
Vinny says, I found a worse place than a card show where people need deodorant, boys. Where's that?
Tell me,
and then we'll end on that. Thanks, Brett. Oh, Australia. Oh my gosh.
Bring it up. We're not going to say it, but if you want to see it, go to the YouTube video at the end. That's pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
Keep living, loving, and breathing. I'm Tom, the great man Sauce. Happy New Year to everyone. Stay safe, and we'll see you in 2025.
Catch us then. Peace. Like and subscribe.
Or bot.
Oh, what's going on? Thank you for tuning in. Please don't forget to leave a review on the Apple Podcasting app. Also, follow us on socials, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. Talking all sports, double coverage.